So we're finally here in Scranton, Pennsylvania today. I'm wearing my Michael Scott Threat Level Midnight shirt. We are in Cooper's Seafood. So this is the restaurant that Michael took Holly on their first kind of date. They were talking about Meredith and the ethical seminar and all the stuff with the steak. You remember the incident. So it was filmed right here in Scranton, Pennsylvania. It's still operating. It's got some really good crab bisque here to try. And the other cool thing is they do have an office gift shop. They've got murals. They've got all kinds of cool stuff. So we'll check that out in a little while. So here's just a little bit of what they had at the Cooper's office store here. So Scott Stott's t-shirt, that's a great opening line. We got some signed scripts from the cast, some Threat Level Midnight posters in whatever design or size you want, apparently. Dwight, oh, there's a Dunder Mifflin watercolor, vis-a-vis Pam. And we've got, oh, that's a different one, Bill Buttlicker. His family built this country, I love it. And I'm hoping I can get one of these Dundies because I do want one for Chili's later. Feel God in this Chili's tonight, I gotta say with that. Busiest Beaver, I definitely saw that. Oh my god, there's like something for everyone here. Here's that Cooper's crab, he's really cute. And let's have a look. Best girlfriend. Alright. Pretty much a Dundee for everybody right here. So we're outside of Cooper's Seafood in Scranton, PA. So we are here doing some office stuff. It's right here behind me. So this was used in the exterior shots in the episode where Michael and Holly come here for lunch and they had lobster and talk about Meredith. The inside wasn't actually used. I found out they built it on a soundstage, but they faithfully recreated a lot of the vibe of this place. And it's also mentioned in a few other episodes. It's got a really fun office gift shop. We picked up a few things in there and it's a really great place to come. So try out Cooper's Seafood. So John Krasinski took a lot of the footage from the original Office theme song that stayed the theme song for a long time, and we're crossing one of the cross streets he must have come down. So it's just really old video camera footage, but they used it in there, and you probably recognize where we're going right now. So we're standing in front of Alfredo's Pizza and Restaurant. When I was here a few years ago, it was Alfredo's Pizza Cafe, and I remember being over there and a little bit smaller, but it's really big now. So this is from the episode where they order the pizza in the office, and then Michael takes the pizza delivery boy hostage for a little while because he's mad at Ryan about that whole Dunder Mifflin party thing. But this is where the good pizza is. And then it's featured again later during the Michael Scott Paper Company time. So Pam, Ryan, and Michael all come to lunch here. They're holding menus, I'll show a reference photo. But yeah, then Dwight says to get the meatball parm, and it's that whole big conspiracy. But Alfredo's Pizza and Restaurant right here in Scranton. So we're still in Scranton. We're just a few minutes away from Alfredo's Pizza Cafe. It's not very far from here. Cooper's is like a 10-minute drive, but this is the real Poor Richard's right behind me here. So it's actually a bowling alley. Poor Richard's is a bar inside of the bowling alley. It has the same logo. So I think that they based it on this one, but the actual interiors were filmed in Burbank in a place called Pickwick Pub. We went there a few years ago. I'll show a little bit of footage of that. It's really nice in there too. Never tried this one, but it's fun to see the location here. So we made it over to Steamtown Mall. We're right in front of the Scranton sign, so you can find this right near the fitness area. It's pretty cool. The mall is kind of got some things in here, not a whole lot. The food court is mostly closed, but what was kind of fun was they have a cool aquarium in here, so I'll show a picture of that. They also have a lot of really neat art pieces, so it's very high culture and stuff. And they also have this stage too that I think that they have festivals at every once in a while, so it's a neat little place. Come see the sign, check out the little quirky stores, and Steamtown Mall is fun. So if you remember Steamtown Mall, it was mentioned in the episode where Michael brings all the ladies for like a Women's Appreciation Day, so it wasn't actually filmed in Steamtown Mall, but we are here at the actual location. You remember Angela goes to Victoria's Secret and they sit in the food court, they do all that kind of stuff. They do mention on the show Boscov, so that anchor store is still here, but yeah, Steamtown Mall has a lot of cute little shops, and we'll talk about those in a second. So one other cool thing we stumbled upon was if you're just in the food court at Steamtown, you can go ahead and look over here. You can see all kinds of antique trains just chilling out there, and there is a door to go outside. There's a bridge you can walk through to go and see all of those trains, and there's actually a lot of really cool art pieces around here, so something for everyone. I just remember that in one episode of The Office, Michael talks about going back to get Helene's penny from the Steamtown Mall fountain, and we just happen to be standing in front of the Steamtown Mall fountain, so I don't think Michael could fit in here. It's a little bit small. They did show him going into a fountain before, but it's just kind of interesting to be here and see the landmark that they're referring to. So we're also here in Boscov's in Steamtown Mall, and I found this neat little candle company. I think Jan might be a little jealous, but we got things like hot buns, blueberry pie, vanilla waffle cone, banana nut bread, but I don't see any bonfire, so I guess that's where she's gonna corner the market. We just happened to stumble upon these Hare's potato chips here. As you remember, Karen wanted the salt and vinegar chips. They have all kinds of flavors: honey cheese, hot and honey, buffalo blue cheese, all kinds of fun ones. Something that kind of looks like salt and vinegar, but it doesn't look like they have them here. But they don't have them where we are, so it's a Scranton only thing. So behind me is the famous Scranton Electric City sign. So apparently they were one of the first places to have electricity in the US of A. I didn't know that until today when I read it. But it's just a short walk from the Steamtown Mall, and this is featured in Michael's Lazy Scranton rap video that he does for the Stanford branch when they come on over to Scranton. And it kind of goes a little something like this. Scranton, what? The Electric City. Scranton, what? The Electric City. Plenty of space in the parking lot. Compact car goes in the compact spot. Spot, spot, spot. Scranton, what? The Electric City. Scranton, what? The Electric City. So you probably recognize the famous building right behind us here. So this is the Penn paper building, which I believe that the office was based on. So John Krasinski's footage of the VHS going around Scranton did feature this. You obviously remember it from all those 9 seasons seeing it, but it's really cool to see it here in person. So we decided to walk a little bit closer to the Penn paper, and you can see that the sign is quite a bit different from the intro. They've really fixed it up a lot. And actually, if you look on the other side, it does say Dunder Mifflin up there. I didn't know that before we came here, but that's really nice to see. So we're right here in front of the real Dunder Mifflin building. So they do have a decal of what looks like Michael Scott right here on the window. That's pretty funny. And then it also says that they welcome office fans here, and it says that you can be here before 5 and check out the lobby. So this is attached to the Penn paper building. So if you are in the area, come on over and check out this building. So it looks like from this sign that you could actually work at the real Dunder Mifflin if you wanted to. So if you go to papaper.com, they are hiring for some jobs, and it's right at this Dunder Mifflin place. I didn't know that, but I think that's really fun. So we noticed on our Scranton walk that right here is the Scranton Fringe Festival, so I just kind of imagine Michael auditioning with his long audition, not impressing the director at all, and then Sweeney Todd happening here with Andy and him rolling that wine bottle right on down to the audience, so I think that's really neat right here. So you probably recognize the intersection behind me. This is Mulberry Street. It's a famous intersection in Scranton. It's also in the title credits, so you see it every time you watch The Office. John Krasinski shot it, and it's right here. And I guess they have festivals. This is kind of the center of town. It's really, really cool. So we're at our last location of the day. We are in Chili's in Dixon City, and this is one that's set up to look retro. So we have the Awesome Blossom sign here. This is a really cool photo op you can do. So I'm being jammed right now with my margarita. Here's the Awesome Blossom. Michael would sit here, and their customer was over here, and they're trying to convince him to buy the paper. So Chili's Dixon City right here. So we're here at the Chili's in Scranton. They were out of the Awesome Blossom, but you can see they do have it most of the time. That's okay. I did get some baby back ribs here, and they do have a lot of really cool little office Easter eggs around the restaurant. It's retro and it's very, very, very cool. So I love it. And I just want to show off a few of the things I got today. So this Threat Level Midnight Mug came from Steamtown Mall, a little video game store that was there. And then we've got this classic art from Pam Beasley that was in the Cooper's Seafood store. So I love that too. And I just want to end off by saying I got my whitest, sneakest award, and I feel God in this Chili's tonight. So just to pause for a second, so I have been wanting to do this Scranton PA tour for a really long time. We've done California locations, I've done the Niagara one for the wedding episode, but this Scranton is where it all started, so I've been really wanting to check it out in the daytime. So starting at Cooper's was great. They've been around for like 70 years, so they really have it down. That office store is incredible, so much detail, so many deep track things that any office fan would appreciate. And then of course, Alfredo's and Poor Richard's were very close to each other, about a 5-minute drive. So we did just kind of do like a stop by for those, but you can go have meals there if you want to. You can even bowl over at Poor Richard's if you want. There's a bowling alley attached to it. And then we headed to downtown Scranton, just parked in the Steamtown Mall, and then did like a little walk around to the Penn Paper Building, Mulberry Street, the Electric City sign. Those are all really close together. And then explored a little bit in Steamtown Mall and kind of did some shopping in there, and it was just really cool to be there. And then we did about a 15-20 minute drive up to that Chili's, and like I said, they have the old retro style. They have that really cool office photo op table. They do have office Easter eggs all around. It's really fun. And you can get the Awesome Blossom there when they have it. So, and of course the baby back ribs all the time. So highly recommend, 100% would do it again. So that's going to do it for this office locations tour of Scranton, PA. We're here at the Scranton branch of Chili's. It was really, really great. They have a lot of great Easter eggs, a photo booth. Come check it out. The Awesome Blossom is usually on the menu. I enjoyed my baby back ribs. And also this was used in the Dundee episode, in the beginnings of the seasons, and also the client with the Awesome Blossom and all that good stuff. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you in the next one, and see you in the future.